Okie doke. So what I would like you to do is come into an easy pose. So we make sure we've got our bum on the mat, our sitting bones on the mat. We take the fleshy parts, just move ourselves back slightly so we can really feel our hip bones on the mat. And then what we do, we cross our legs, but we don't cross them. We put one ankle in front of the other. So you're not sort of hunched up like this. You kind of bringing your knees out slightly. Now, the reason why you've got blocks is that this might be a little bit uncomfortable for you, and you might be sort of bringing your back round. If it is, the blocks are there to support you. So you could just sit on your blocks and it raises you slightly. Okay, if you're comfortable, what we're going to do now is just take a breath in through our nose, lengthen the spine, and then as we exhale, we're going to bring our shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades back and bring them down. And we're going to start to flutter the legs and just relax the hips. And you're probably wondering where to put your hands. You can either place them on your knees, bring them to heart center, and just relax there. Once again, taking a nice big deep breath in, and then exhale. And what I would like you to do, you could close your eyes or keep your eyes open. Just allow yourself to begin to connect with your breath. And when you're connected with your breath, maybe feel your chest moving up and down. And then what I would like you to do is start to slow your breathing down. So what I've been teaching is 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out, and either breathe out of your nose or out of your mouth. And then what I would like you to do is breathe deeply into your belly. So on your in-breath, you feel your belly coming out, so you allow the diaphragm to open up. And then as you breathe out, you bring your belly back in towards your spine, so it's allowing the diaphragm to come upwards. So carry on, breathing in 5 seconds, breathing out 5 seconds. And just allow yourself to become present in the room. Feel the physical body on the mat. Feel the energy in the class. And just bring your hands to heart center. And allow yourself to feel the energy from your heart in your hands. And as you breathe in, raise your palms up towards your eyebrows. And just in between your eyebrows is the third eye. Taking another nice big deep breath in. And as you breathe out, bring your hand down to your heart. And we're just connecting the head and the heart. Just continue to breathe. And any thoughts about today, just allow them to float away. Just observe them. Using that out breath to just relax any tension in your body. Okay. And bring your hands down. On your next in-breath, We're going to raise our hands up towards the sky, counting 5 seconds in. And then as we come down, bring our hands together, 5 seconds out, but we're going to bring the gaze down towards the ground as well. So we're getting a stretch in the back of the neck. Then we're going to take the hands back up again. And then exhale down for 5. Inhale, take your arms up again. And then exhale down. Okay, relax your hands down. Next inhale, take the arms up. And we're going to go to the left, to the right side even. So place your right hand down. And get the side body stretched. Open up the heart, make sure you're not hunched over. Looking up. And then as we inhale, we're going to come up and go to the other side. And all we're doing is warming up the body, warming up the muscles. Inhale, raise up. We're going to do this bit more dynamically. Inhale, raise up. As we exhale, we come down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down for the last one. And bring your hands down to neutral. Inhale, take the arms up. And we're going to twist to the right. So just twist your body round to the right. Make sure you've got your hand at the back for support and utilising the knee at the front to sort of force your body round. In the warm-up, we go through the spinal mobility, working flexion and extension, rotation. Okay, breathe in nice and evenly. Come round to the front. On your next inhale, take your arms up and rotate round the other side, so the left side this time. Looking up at the sky. Using your breath, the out breath, to bring your body round further. Okay, and come round to the front. What we're going to do now is inhale, take your shoulders up, and then exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, squeeze together. 2 more times. Out. And this should release a lot of tension. Inhale up and exhale back. Okay, next one. Inhale, lengthen the spine. As we exhale, we're going to bring the head down to the right side. Right ear to the right shoulder. Breathe in nice and evenly. And then inhale, raise up. And exhale down the other side. And every time we do something, we keep the integrity of the spine lengthened. Okay, and inhale, raise up, and exhale, relax. Okay, come on to our hands and knees. So, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Make sure we're shoulder width apart, hip width apart. Spread the fingers out, and we're just going to dig in the fingertips slightly. Okay, what we're going to do now is cat and cow. So we're going to go down to our cow pose. So bring the belly down towards the earth and looking up towards the ceiling. And we're extending the spine here. And then what we're going to do is exhale, bring the spine up towards the ceiling, squeezing it up. And we're going to sit back onto our heels at the same time. And then we're going to inhale, come forward, extending the spine out, looking up. And then exhale, curl up the spine, coming back down onto our heels. Inhale, raise up. And exhale, squeezing the shoulder blades together and coming down. And once more, just coming up into cow pose, and then let's go into a neutral spine. Left knee up towards the elbow, engage the core. We're going to take it out to the side and then round, bring the knee back down. We're going to do that again. Inhale up, engage the core. And we're going to keep the body nice and still. Inhale, raise up, out to the side and down. We'll just work it, warming up the hips. Okay, inhale, raise up. Let's take to the right. Inhale, right knee up, out to the side and round. Inhale, right, up, out to the side and round. You might get a few clicky hips, but that's fine as long as it's not hurting. Inhale, up, last one, out to the side and down. Okay, we're not necessarily on our wrists, but what I would do is come back, just flick your wrists out, fingers even, and this just helps strengthen up the forearms. Okay, and then just bring your hands together and just start twisting around. Okay, next thing. Take to the rear, bring your hands to the rear, and bring your knees up if you can. If you're happy like this, please carry on like that. If not, just bring your knees up and we're just going to stretch off the fronts of the feet. And if you can, or if you feel like it, take your hands off, bit extra stretch. Okay, and bring the knees down. What I would like you to do now is take the socks off if you've got them on. Just put them to the side. And in junior practice as well, it's good to have your 2 blocks to the side if you've got 2 or at least 1, and your strap as well ready to go. But what I would like you to do now, I'm going to have a quick look. Place your palms down, push your heels down and bring your hips nice and high, and we're going to go into a downward dog. And for those who are familiar with the downward dog, please carry on and just bend into your knee, place your heel down to the ground. And for those who do know, come into your plank as well, body wave into your plank, make sure that you are happy with your position and go back. Okay, so what we're going to do is downward dog, nice V shape with our bodies. And what we're going to do is come up onto our toes, move forward and come into a plank. Now if our arms are back, we're going to adjust the arms slightly and then we're going to go back into a downward dog. And that's exactly what position you should be, okay? And all we're going to do here now is just stretch out the backs of the legs. Got it. And your shoulders. Relax your shoulders, bring them back and down. So we need a little bit of space. Sorry, you don't mind if I kind of... No. You need a bit of space between your shoulders and your ears. So you bring your shoulder blades back and down. All right, we'll work on it. It's all good. Relax the head, looking up at your navel. How are we doing? All right. Yeah, good. Nice. All right, and begin to walk forward slowly towards your hands into a half forward fold. So a half fold is like so. You've got your torso parallel to the ground and you're kind of pushing out into your root chakra. You can place your hands on your shins, or you can have them on blocks. As long as you've got a nice flat back, you're looking directly at the ground. Then we're going to inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, fold forward. Now you can place a bend into your knees because we are just warming up. So if you need to bend your knees, and you could take your stance apart if you need to, or you can bring them together. It's up to you. But what I would like everyone to do now while you're in forward fold is just place a bend in the right knee and then move round to your left side. Walk your hands around to your left, come to the middle, put a bend into the left knee, walk to the right. Come to the middle, straighten up both legs. And then we're going to raise up into another half fold, just to get you used to it. And then exhale back to a forward fold. And for those who are happy with this, you could place your hands around the calves
And what we're trying to do is bring the chest to the thighs. Now, if we're struggling to do that because of the flexibility, just put a bend into the knees, and then you can bring your chest to your thighs. All right, and then we're going to come up, vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and slowly, raising the hands above the head, extending up, hands to heart center as we exhale. Awesome. Tadasana. This is our mountain pose. Tuck the tailbone in, bring the shoulders back and down. We're going into our sun salutations now, okay? So inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, down, forward folding, hinging at the hips, swan diving down, forward folding, looking in between your legs. Inhale, raise up to a half fold. Exhale, plant the palms down. We're going to step back into a plank. Inhale, bring your bums right down, engage the core, engage the bums and the thighs. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw the knees down. Then we're going to bend the elbows backwards and take the chest to the floor, chin on the floor. And then we're going to inhale, drop the hips down and raise the torso up, bringing the arms forward. This is your Sphinx pose. And inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw your hands down by the shoulders, raising up via your knees into a downward dog. So hips nice and high. And just walk out of the downward dog. This will get faster as we begin to know what we're doing. Okay, walk forward, step forward, jump forward into a half fold. Exhale, fall forward, fold. Drop the head down. And inhale, come up vertebrae by vertebrae. That is your basic sun salutation. Exhale, hands to heart center. Coming into our Tadasana. Take a breath. Okay. Oh yeah, it's good to have your water bottle there as well. All right. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, down, forward folding. Inhale, raise up to a half fold. Exhale, plant your palms down, step back into plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the knees down. Then the chest and the chin. Release the hips and push up away from the ground. Spread the fingers. Drop your shoulders down. And then come back into a downward dog. So you can either use the core to bring you into a downward dog or go via the knees. Okay. And we're going to jump forward, step forward into a half fold. Exhale, fall forward, fold. And coming up vertebrae by vertebrae. Okay, we're going to go into a little bit more of a sun salutation. Okay, inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, down, forward folding. Inhale, up, half fold. We're not doing this all the way through, don't worry, by the way. Place your hands down, come back into plank. All right, this time we're going to take the whole body down in Chaturanga. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the whole body down. If you're coming down with your back first, you should be chest. If you can't, place your knees down. That's absolutely fine. Inhale, raise up to up dog or cobra. And then back to downward dog. Okay. Inhale, let's take the right leg up to the sky. Leaving your left leg on the ground. We're going to bend the knee, bringing it through to the chest, and we're going to stack in between your hands. Now, you could do this by bringing your knee down and adjusting, or you could bring it through. Okay, inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw the knee down. Inhale, rise up. And as we exhale, we're going to bring the hips forward, leaving your spine lengthened. Breathing nice and evenly. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the hands down and come back into a downward dog. You'll get used to this if you're not happy entirely. That's all right. Okay. Then inhale, let's take the left leg up to the sky. Put a bend in the knee, bring it all the way through, stacking in between your hands. Adjust your foot. Always right angle here. Make sure your knee is stacked over your foot. Drop the knee down, inhale, rise up. And continue. Exhale, hinge the hips forward.
And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the hands down. And once again, come back into a downward dog. Sweep the leg back over. Back into our downward dog. Perfect. And step forward, jump forward. Into a half fold. Exhale, fall forward, fold. And coming up vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale, hands to heart center. Tadasana. Okay, take 5 breaths in this position or have a drink of water, take your warm gear off, whatever you need to do. Is everyone all right so far? Excellent. Okay, it's going to get a little bit faster now, all right? So when you're ready, come into our Tadasana. If we bring our feet together, we've got less balance. Taking it apart, we've got more balance. Spread the toes. When you've got your toes on the ground, spread them. It gives you more surface space. Okay, so plant the right foot down. We're going to bring the left leg up, bent in front of us. And all we're going to do is just get the feeling of balance. If you're feeling a bit out of balance, breathe, take a breath, and then relax. Okay? And from there, bring your hands to heart center. We're going to take the leg backwards into warrior 3. Taking the leg back nice and slowly, bringing the left leg parallel to the ground and your body parallel to the ground. Now please do this however you see fit. Okay, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, drop the left leg to the ground. Coming into our high lunge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the hands down to the sides. And we're going to turn to the right into a twist. Bend into the front leg where you can. Someone hasn't been for a while. Okay, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the left hand down by the right foot. Now you can use your blocks here if you want. And we're going to take the right arm up towards the sky, looking up towards the ceiling. Okay, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw your hand down. Inhale, let's rise up to a high lunge. Then we're going to go into a warrior 2. So take your right foot out to the side and turn to your left, bringing your hands in line front to back, pushing your hips forward as well. This is our warrior 2. Looking good. Bend into the front leg as well. Excellent. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the body backwards, sweeping the arm overhead, palm face down, looking up at the palm. This is our reverse warrior. And then inhale, rise up into warrior 2 again. Going into our triangle, straightening up the front leg, tipping the hips forward, reaching out in front as much as you can, and then we're going to pivot our body down so we come into our triangle. That's it. Now you've got your blocks there. I just want to check how everyone is. Straighten up the front leg if you can. That's the one. Bring it out a little bit further. And then we go down. And so we can also use the block there as well. Place our hands on there. Okay, lovely. Looking good, ladies. Okay, and we're going to raise upwards, turn our right foot to the left side of the mat, so we're facing forward, hands on hips, inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw your body down, pushing out at the hips, sorry you can just see my ass, and then come down, bring your hands down to the earth, and we're into our wide leg forward fold. And we're going to turn to the front, bringing both feet round into our lunge. We're going to rise up into a high lunge. Now, Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take your hands out to the side. Bring them out to the front so you've got the right going under the left. Twist your arms round with under your elbows and then bring your palms together. These are eagle arms, okay? And then we're going to jump a step forward. You should have your right foot planted down. Either bring your foot upwards or you could take it across and wrap your toes around your calf. That is our eagle pose, okay? If you want, you could bring your hands to heart center. It's a tricky move, guys, so if we don't get it first time, but remember, this is your yoga session. With this, we pull our legs together, so we're like really squeezing them together. Engaging the core. Please use the wall if you need to as well. Lovely. And let's release there. Coming into our Tadasana. Have a quick drink if you need it. Okay, we're going on to the other side in a minute. Okay, excellent. This time we're going to plant the left foot down, spread the toes, feel the heel on the mat, both sides, and then we're going to raise up the right foot, the right leg. Okay, bring your hands to heart center, get your balance, and then we're going to take the right leg backwards. You might find one side, like there we go, one side's not as good as the other one. And if you fall out of the pose, that's absolutely fine. You just go straight back in. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the right foot down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring the hands down. And we're going to twist to the left. So both shoulders should be in line, but that's where you kind of feel, you okay? It takes a bit of time to get back into it. Okay, so take the left shoulder right back as best as you can, so you are nicely in line. Okay. Okay, come forward. Take the right hand down, and we're going to take the left arm up towards the ceiling. Okay, inhale, rise up into a high lunge. Then we're going to turn into warrior two. So rear foot out, heels in line together. So you might just want to look down, bending into that front leg. Shoulders back, arms in line, looking down at the front, 4 fingers. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw your body back into reverse warrior. And coming back into warrior two, straightening up the front leg, reaching out, get your hips forward first, reaching out, and then coming into our triangle. Imagine there's a pane of glass in front of you and to the rear of you, and that you're doing this triangle in between that pane of glass. Okay. And come up, turn your left foot forward, hands on hips, inhale, lengthen, exhale into wide leg forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw your body to the front into a low lunge, and we're going to come up into a high lunge. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, take the hands down. This time we're going to go right over left. At the elbows, bend at the elbows, and then you should be able to meet the palms together. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw your foot forward, take your arms up, bring your right foot through and over your left. what I normally do is kind of bend into the planted foot, take the other foot round, so you kind of got a bit of leverage already. And then you just tuck that round. Easier said than done, I get it. Okay. So masculine is the right side of your body, feminine energy is the left. Sometimes if you're a bit out of balance on one side, it might mean you've got more masculine than feminine or feminine than masculine. Sometimes it's good to be aware of that and have a bit of a balance. So because I've got to do vinyasa, right, relax there, we're doing two vinyasas. It's going to be fast, this one, okay? So coming into our Tadasana, inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, down, forward, folding. Inhale, rise up to a half fold. Exhale, plant palms down, step back into plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the body down. Inhale, rise up to cobra. Exhale, back to downward dog. Okay, come up onto your toes. We're going to body wave our spine into plank. And then we're going to go back into our downward dog. Engage the core. Coming up onto your toes into plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, back to plank. And we're going to drop into chaturanga and just stay here. Bring it, she says. When it comes to chaturanga, because we're taking the elbows backwards, we're locking them into the side body, all right? And a good way of this is having the straps over, all right? Anyway, we're going to move, so back into downward dog, jump forward, step forward, into a half fold, exhale, full forward fold, and then we're coming up vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, down, forward folding. Inhale, rise up, half fold. Exhale, plant the palms down, step back into plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the body down. Inhale, rise up to cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to downward dog. Okay, jump forward, step forward into a half fold. Exhale, full forward fold. Coming up vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale, hands to heart center. Tadasana. Right, we're going to do the same part of the as we've done, left and or right and left. I'm going to add a few more bits in, okay? So, have a quick drink. Back into Tadasana. Super. Okay. Plant your right foot down. Bring your left foot up. Spread the toes of the planted foot. Inhale, bring your hands to heart center. Let's take the left leg back into warrior two. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the foot down. Rise up. And as we exhale, take the hands to the side and turn to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take the hand down to the floor, pointing the right hand up towards the ceiling. And inhale, rise up into a high lunge. Then warrior two. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reverse. And coming into warrior two again. And straighten up the front leg into our triangle. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come to your to the left side of the mat. Place your hands on your hips. Forward fold. Place the right hand in the center, and we're going to swing the left hand up towards the ceiling. Now with your left shoulder, we're going to push it out as far as we can. Just going to, there we go, you got it. Once again. And bring your hand up. Okay, plant the left hand down and then take the right, swinging it out to the right. Yeah, you got it. Just going to turn that round. That's it. That's the one. Bring your shoulders back slightly. Okay, some of you just need to take your right shoulder out a little bit more. Okay, and place your right hand down. Swing yourself, walk your hands around to your right, both feet facing forward into a low lunge. Right, this time, you're in your low lunge. If you've got a block and you need it, we're going to go into pigeon, all right? So place your hands down. We're going to bring this leg inwards. And you don't have to, but you can place the block under your bum, okay? Your front leg should come as far out as you can, so at a right angle. And your hips should be nice and square. Take your hands out to the front and just hold. I'm just going to come around and have a look. Nice. Okay. If you want a bit more, take your hands behind your back and just bring your body down. Because I could see a few people really engaging with the pigeon. And then just bring your body up again and do this a couple of times. Yeah, you're on your block. Okay. Yeah. If you can bring your body just square a little bit and bring this forwards, that's the one. Okay. Plant your palms down. And we're gonna, no, we're not. Sorry, 2 seconds, we're in pigeon. What we're gonna do is place your bum down on the ground. You're gonna face your left part of the mat. Bring your feet together, like so. Soles your feet together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the body down into a bound angle forward fold. Nice. Okay, rise up. Come onto our hands and knees into tabletop. And we're going to rise up into downward dog. Okay, inhale. Take the right leg up to the ceiling. Bring your knee through to your chest, stacking your foot in between your hands. Inhale, rise up to a high lunge. And then exhale, take your hands out to the side. Take your right over left. Come into our eagle arms. And then bring your hands up, step forward, coming into our eagle legs. Sometimes without thinking about it, just going into it stops us from analysing the position. Perfect, looking good. Once again, if this is what you want to achieve today, that's absolutely fine. This is your practice. Okay, and release there. Coming into our Tadasana. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, down, forward folding. Inhale, rise up to a half fold. Exhale, plant your palms down, step back into plank. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the body down. Inhale, rise up to cobra or up dog. If you're going into up dog, you just take your hips off the floor. Make sure your shoulders are back. And then come back into our downward dog. Up onto your toes, forward into plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, back to downward dog. Please use your knees if you need to as well. Inhale, up onto your toes. Exhale into plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, back to downward dog. And we're going to step forward, jump forward into a half fold. Exhale, full forward fold. And then come up vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, take a few breaths into Tadasana. Have a quick drink of water if you need it. Last part on the other leg. Everyone all right so far? Okay. Tadasana. Plant your left leg down. Bring your right leg up in front of you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Take the right leg to the rear into our warrior three. Once again, if you come out of the pose, just go straight back in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take the right leg down. Inhale, rise up with your hands. Exhale, down to the side. And then we're going to turn. Have I got the right leg? Yeah, I have. Did you do this last time? No, we're all right. Sometimes I get my lefts and rights mixed up. Okay, take your right hand down to the ground and then left hand up towards the ceiling. Okay, inhale, raise up to a high lunge and then into our warrior two. Bending into that front leg. And then come back to reverse warrior. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten up the front leg. Lean forward until you can't anymore. We're going to then come down into our triangle. Okay. And rising up. Take your left foot forward. Hands on hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw your body down. So you're pushing out at your root chakra. Hands down, nice flat back. Take your right hand in the center and twist around to the left side. Now what we want to do is twist at the body so it brings our shoulders around in line. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the hand down. Inhale, let's take to the right, moving up, swoop into the right. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the hand down. And we're going to walk our hands to the left, both feet forward. We're going to go into our pigeon pose. So you might want to grab your block again. And coming into our pigeon. So just maneuvering yourself, make sure the block's all good for you. The reason why we have a block is just, I need it personally because my hips are tight. I can see some people really don't need a block. So if you want that little bit more, just plant your hands underneath. And this is strengthening up the hips. So we're coming forward and we're rising up. The other thing, if you're happy to do that, is to bend the rear foot and bring it in. So we're kind of going into a bit of a king pigeon there. You don't have to, it's just a bit of progression. But what we want to do is make sure we got this element right first, okay? All right, and discard the block if you have it, or you might still want to sit on it again. Swing your body round so you're on your sitting bones. Bring your feet together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw your body down slightly into a forward fold. Once again, if you've got your block, you can relax with your block on your feet and onto your head. This way you can use your straps as well. Okay, rise up, coming onto our hands and knees and pushing straight up into a downward dog. Okay, take your left leg up towards the sky. Put a bend in the knees, bringing it all the way through, stacking in between your hands. Inhale, raise up into a high lunge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the hands down. left over right, left under right even. And when you're ready, nice and steady, step forward, coming into your eagle pose. Okay. Breathe. You got it. You got it. Just takes you, sometimes we're a little bit tight. All right. And coming out there. Now we need to transition down to the earth. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, down, forward folding. Inhale, rise up to a half fold. Exhale, plant the palms down, come back into our plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the body down. Inhale, rise up to cobra. And exhale, back to downward dog. And let's take our knees down to the earth. Take them out to the outsides of the mat. And then drop back into our child's pose. Bring the two big toes together so they're touching. And just relax the hips down. Relax the head. You don't have to have your hands extended out to the front. You could bring them round and just relax in child's pose. Balasana. And just start to bring your breath down. Breathe nice and easy, nice and slowly. Okay, and we're going to rise up and come high onto our knees. Now, if you've got a block, I place it by the right foot. We're going to go into what's called our camel pose, okay? So, what we're going to do is come back down onto our heels. We're going to rise up, bring our hips forward, and just swing your left arm over. And then we're going to come back down. And we're going to go up. Now, if you don't need to have a block, you can utilize your hand on your heels. Push your hips forward, and then we're going to come back down. Now, on the next one, we're going to hold. Okay, so come back up. Going to hold. And release. Change the block to the other side if you need to. And you could utilize the block by having it lengthways or widthways. Okay, come up, bring your hips forward and extend the spine. And release down. Inhale, rise up. And exhale down. Okay, on this one, we're going to hold. Inhale, rise up. Now, if you want, you can bring the right hand to the right heel. So you've got both hands on your heels, or you've got both hands on a block. It's entirely up to you how you do it. Breathe, continue breathing. You may feel that in the lower spine. And if you are in camel, push your hips forward. Make sure you're looking up. Are you right? Yeah. Okay, and come back round and go back into your child's pose. So we counteract that pose that we've just done. Okay, relax. All right. Bring your body up. Come into a tabletop position. And we're going to come into our plank. And then we're going to lower down into chaturanga, but we're going to bring the whole body down and relax.
I say relax, not yet. Okay. Let's take the right leg, bend the right knee. We're going to raise the torso up slightly in Sphinx pose. Or you can go all the way up, it's up to you. And then we're going to take the right hand to the front of the right foot. Make sure your hips are nice